am Slavin, your Sports Zone, and welcome back to Season 3, Episode 9 of the Powerskateshow, where Americans like myself wear jerseys from Finland. That's neither here nor there. We had a lot of news to cover this week, and as I mentioned, it's a special edition Tuesday because, we won't be on tomorrow, but neither here nor there. Here is Alex Stossel.
Got my USA jersey, baby! Let's go! Well, it's nice to be back. How's it going, everyone? Welcome to Season 3, Episode 9 of the Powerskateshow podcast. Grant, I gotta start with you. How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing just dandy.
Summer break?
Yeah. Summer break is officially underway. The teams that I've wanted to win their playoff series have won in back-to-back days, which excites me a little bit. Yes, I'm rooting for a Golden Knights Lightning final. Well, at least that in my opinion, that'd be the closest battle. So I figured, hey, I'll go with those two teams for the Eastern and Western Conference Finals this year.
All right, might as well we can start. First off, follow Powerskateshow. We just hit 1,000 followers. Let's go.
Yes, we did. That was incredible. A night after last week's show, we hit 1K. Incredible.
And shout out to the people that we will mention as we go on our story. I guess it's gonna. Thank you, James, for congratulating us.
Yep.
Nick, Lennon, thank you. Ice Hockey Memes, thank you so much. Gage, thank you, and Sean. Forgot to reshare his, but thank you guys for the well wish for getting us 1,000 followers. Let's get to 1.5. Why not?
Oh, we going past 1.5.
Mm-hmm.
Keep on grinding, rolling, get all the followers going.
And first off, which the first topic that we got to talk about.
Yes.
Just posted 30 minutes ago. Sabres legend and right wing Rene Robert has died at age 70 due to a heart attack. One of the greatest Sabres players to ever play the game. French connection with Gilbert Perreault and what's the other guy's name? I don't know, but one of the, like I said, one of the greatest Sabres players to ever play the game in the early 70s during their expansion years. And thoughts and prayers go out to their family.
Absolutely. He had 552 points in 524 games, and it looks like he's a borderline Hall of Famer. And the fact that, honestly, he hasn't gone in yet is kind of surprising considering he was putting up pretty solid numbers in the 70s. But prayers to him, and hopefully the NHL committee will let him in the Hall of Fame soon.
They got to. All right.
They got to.
And also, but before we start, not to mention, you got to follow Fluster Sports Zone for daily sports news. Like I said before, and since we're on Fluster Sports Zone, might as well we'll get to the news that we have not gotten into. The Powerskate Stars re-signed left wing Blake Como to a 1-year, $1 million deal. He's 35 years old. I think.
Yeah, he's 35. Like, the one player I expected to sign with the European team didn't sign with the European team. It's incredible.
And also, lastly, Sharks re-signed Marietta to a 1-year, $1.7 million deal. In my eyes, I think he should be in the KHL right now.
Oh, it should be in the KHL? I don't know about that, actually. I mean, he was having a okay-ish season. I mean, he has 500 career games played on the dot. And he had 7 points in 28 games last year, which isn't awful, but considering he was playing on the fourth line on the Sharks, I don't know. He'll probably sign with the KHL team next year, but I don't know. I think he still has one more year of NHL experience left in the tank. We'll see.
Yep. All right, next up, let's go back to the Powerskate show. Capitals news are up, and I'm super excited to tell you. Capitals re-signed defenseman Bobby Nardella to a 2-year, 2-way deal. Now, let's just face it. I go to a lot of Hershey Bears games. I'll tell you the truth with that. He's about to be like an extra defenseman, not like NHL ready, for the next 2 years. So he's a 2-way defender as far as I know. He can pretty much he can rack up points when he's on a good condition base.
Right.
He gets turnovers whenever the team is like down by 3. Not efficient with him. When the team is good, like hard fought game, when they're like down by 1 or up by 1 or tied, he's well efficient around him.
Well, that's good. Yeah, and that's what you want, a well-rounded hockey player no matter what the score is.
Yeah. Next one is even better. Mike Scarbosa and Garrett Pylon are both staying for a 2-year, 2-way deal. Those are important. Those are like borderline important players. Scarbosa, yes, I know he's an AHL guy at best, but like he can easily jump on an NHL roster when needed. Garrett Pylon,
what to say? He sounded more familiar than the other guy.
Yeah, like Garrett Pylon, he played 3 games this year in the NHL. He's getting started. So Garrett Pylon, he's very physical. He's not afraid to go along the wall. He's not afraid to go at the net when needed. I think he's pretty much NHL ready, like soon, like pretty much like right now. But I would say like at a 4th line to healthy scratch at best. Yeah. All right, Grant. Next topic. I think you'll be very excited.
Oh, well, I know. Yes, very excited about this.
Hold on. The Providence Bruins will unveil their alternate jerseys for the 2021-22 AHL season, and the jersey will inspire the 1998-99 Calder Cup Championship season. This is just a sneak peek, but Grant, what do you think about this jersey so far?
I mean, based off of what it looks, I like the idea they have the retro bear on the shoulder. And overall, I think it's going to ultimately look like a pretty cool jersey. I mean, obviously, me personally, I would want like an all yellow jersey, but since they're obviously trying to replicate the 98-99 champs, they're going to go with their design, of course. But I mean, overall, it's going to look clean. And again, just have a little bit of a retro look to it and wear it every once in a while. It'll be good. Yeah, I think a lot of fans will like it.
And since I forgot your comment, I'll like your comment.
Hey, let's go.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see what the full jersey looks like. I think it's gonna look clean on the CCM jersey. So, So yeah. All right, moving on. Yeah. Hurricanes has won the Jack Adams Award for Coach of the Year. And on that day, he signed a 4-year extension to continue his role as head coach.
And let me tell you something. This was the guy to win it. And I'm going to tell you why. Joel Quenneville, listen, I respect what he's done with the Panthers and stuff like that. But I'm going to be honest with you. Bill Zito, in my opinion, did more than Joel Quenneville did this season. Which is why I'm happy they gave it to Rob Brendamore. Not to mention Hurricanes had a bit of a better regular season and ultimately won a playoff series. give it to Rob Brendamore, and I can assure you this may be his first of many. This guy is one of the best coaches in the league. He's turning it as good of a coach as he was as a player. All the sense in the world that he got it. No complaints from me.
Absolutely. But I still forgive him that he shockingly beat us in the 2019 playoffs. But honestly, congratulations. Now let's go to the Blackhawks. The Blackhawks are going to try to sign defenseman Nikita Zadorov on a 5-year, $5.85 million annual average value. So, what do you think, Zadorov for 5 years?
I'm going to tell you this. Is Nikita Zadorov worth almost $30 million? The answer to that question should be a resounding no. Listen, Nikita Zadorov is a great offensive defenseman, but to sign a defenseman who is arguably not even a top 25 defenseman in the league to a 30-year contract is absolutely mind-boggling. Now, he only had 8 points last year. Again, he's good in his offensive game. I get he's a former first-round pick, but no. You signed to a 3-year, $12.5 million contract, and if he tries to go over that mark, you just let him walk in free agency. Moral of the story, that's what you do with Nikita Zadorov. Do not give him anything over $13 million.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you on that. Like, is he the guy to be like a Duncan Keith replacement? No,
he's not Duncan Keith. He's not gonna be Duncan Keith.
Because like Zadorov, he's gonna be a bomb pair at best. Bomb pair or a shutdown roll second line.
Yeah.
Now moving on to other Chicago. This is familiar. The Blackhawks are going to take a look to sign either Hurricanes defenseman Dougie Hamilton or Seth Jones. Last time we talked about was, I think it was Hamilton or I don't know, some other defenseman. But yeah, they added Seth Jones into the mix. So, yeah, it's like, so do you think who do you think who they should pick from now on, Hamilton or Jones?
Well, Dougie Hamilton's the better player, but Seth Jones I think would make the most sense to trade for. I also don't think Seth Jones would be asking for as much money. Although if Seth Jones is to get traded to Chicago, he's pretty much put in the same exact spot where he is in Columbus. So I think either way, Seth Jones isn't going to be happy. And Dougie Hamilton, he's going to want to sign with more of a contender, in my opinion. I don't see him settling with Chicago, especially if he's going to sign long-term, like a 4+ year deal. I don't see Chicago getting any of these guys. But I guess we'll see. Seth Jones, I think, would make the most sense for him, but we'll see.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you. I think Hamilton is the front runner for Chicago. I think Seth Jones is the front runner for Florida. So, like you see the comparisons. Like Hamilton can be the replacement of Duncan Keith because of the offensive game. So, would it make sense if Hamilton can be like the apprentice of Duncan Keith when Keith was winning Norris trophies? So yeah, I get that Hamilton wants to take a look at Hamilton, but it has to be like what's the apprentice or what's the act on the roster and paper itself looks like. So we have to take a look at take a closer look when the time comes.
Yeah.
Mhm. Here we go. Coyotes signed top 4 prospect Liam Kirk to a 3-year ELC.
I mean, yeah, this guy was one of the best international players out there. Arizona, finally getting that youngin that could potentially take that next step forward and make a big impact on the NHL. This was a very smart move.
Yes. Good job, Arizona. Thank you for not screwing this up again. All right, there are rumors about Lightning center Blake Coleman heading to the Dallas Stars for a free agent signing this offseason. So, again, Coleman to Dallas.
I mean, would he fit with Dallas? Yes. Do I see him actually signing there? Probably not. I think if Blake Coleman's going to sign anywhere, I mean, if he would return with the Devils, that'll make sense. I think teams like the Blue Jackets and Oilers will also look at him. Honestly, if he signs with the Bruins, that'd be pretty cool too. But I think for me, Blake Coleman's two best destinations right now are Edmonton and Columbus.
Yeah, I think he should sign with Dallas because of they actually need power forward scoring pretty much because like a two-way score. Like Coleman is a two-way score. I think he had like 10 goals this year, I believe. I don't know, but like he's well efficient from best times. Like I think the start of efficiency wise was the 2020 playoffs. That Coleman is starting to become efficient comparing than New Jersey. So I can see that can make sense of him going to Dallas because Dallas needs efficiency. Like yes, because of the Sagan injury that is about to be the whole entire season. But let's. So I think Coleman, like I said, can add the efficiency to make everything up for like last year. Like not only like just Coleman because of his efficiency, but like the whole team itself needs to be efficiency because they did not have Tyler Sagan the whole season.
Well, rhyming, yeah. Saying coming back, a healthy Ben Bishop to pair up with a healthy Khudobin. And then, if you were to add in Blake Coleman, I mean, great idea to add speed to the bottom six. I mean, Dallas definitely makes sense. Dallas would probably be my fourth or fifth team I would see him signing with. It certainly makes sense, and he would fit the mold fine. So,
yeah. All right, Canadian state coach Dominique Ducharme has tested positive for COVID-19 and will quarantine for 10 days. Possibly could miss coaching the whole series against the Vegas Golden Knights. Oof.
I mean, I don't even know what to say here. How come until the third round of the playoffs, a coach has not tested positive for COVID-19? I don't know what the deal is, and I'm not going to speculate, but it seems awfully weird that all of a sudden, not a singular coach got COVID-19 for the NHL during the regular season or the playoffs, and now all of a sudden someone tested positive at potentially the worst possible time. So, weird. I can speculate all day long.
Panthers center Alexander Barkov has won the French Selke Trophy for League's best defensive forward for the 2020-21 season. Well deserved.
Oh, Bergeron snubbed. I don't care what anyone says. Barkov deserved it, but Bergeron snubbed. Changed my mind.
10 straight French Selke Trophy nominations.
Exactly. That's why Bergeron's going to the Hall of Fame. Somewhere Alexander Barkov is not going unless he wins the Stanley Cup. But he ain't winning the Stanley Cup on the Panthers, so he might as well just jump ship.
True. Got a caption contest. Nostalgia of the week. Zach Trotman.
Hey, former Bruin. Yay.
For pro hockey at age 30. Best of luck, Zach. That's all we're gonna say.
Yeah.
Well, this is gonna be like a quick breakdown. Hurricanes pending RFA defenseman Jake Bean has switched agencies and will be represented by Judd Moldover, who also represents Hurricanes left wing and teammate Morgan Geekie. I think that's a good idea, like switching agents for Jake Bean, because I think Jake Bean has been developed very well in Carolina with Morgan.
Yeah, I mean, Jake Bean's definitely took off since joining Carolina because, I was seeing this guy in Vancouver and he was honestly just underperforming. I know he was a pretty high draft pick. He was coming over from the Calgary Hitman of the WHL. And honestly, yeah, Jake Bean, he just wasn't performing well. Goes to Carolina, now he's performing well. So,
and also won the Calder Cup.
Won a Calder Cup with the Charlotte Checkers. I mean, the guy has revived his NHL career, and maybe a switch of agents is a further goal in trying to, keep his longevity, I guess, in the league.
Yeah. So, the Sabres legend, Rene Robert, was in hospitalized 4 days ago, which we already gone over that. There are multiple reports and rumors about Hurricanes defenseman Dougie Hamilton signed with Leafs Nation. Hamilton to Toronto, yes or no?
No. No, I can already assure you that this is a no. And even if they sign Hamilton, they're still losing in the first round. But that is near there. Hamilton is not signing with Toronto. And honestly, Toronto's going to have to they're going to have to let go of quite a few players. I know.
Like Morgan Riley.
Yeah, like they might have to get rid of Morgan Riley. Like, listen, I get Frederick Anderson might be out the door and Joe Thornton, but you still got to be above the cap limit, and I just don't see that happening if they're going to sign Hamilton, unless they trade off the big guys like William Nylander or Morgan Riley.
Yeah.
And maybe even you're going to have to even let go one of David Rick or Jack Campbell even. Really, you're going to need a clear house if you want to sign Hamilton.
Yeah. Now this is even better. Capitals signed center left wing Shane Gersich to a 1-year, 2-way deal. Well, performing in the 2018 playoffs. Yes, he only played 2 games, but that's okay. Played in the AHL. Well performed. Do I see he's NHL ready? Possibly, if they let go Carl Hagelin.
I mean, Carl Hagelin brings speed, and he's still pretty cheap, so I don't really see Washington wanting to move on from him just yet. But Shane Gersich, I mean, I have heard good things of this guy, so I don't know. We'll see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hurricanes defenseman Jacob Slavin won the Lady Byng Memorial Trophy, which exemplifies true sportsmanship and dedication on and off the ice for this season. Yeah.
And that's why we play Brass Bonanza again!
Should we get merch?
Well, what was you saying?
Like, imagine if we have merch and saying cue the Brass Bonanza and just play it.
Yes, that is our new thing. Whenever Hurricanes topics pop up, we play the Brass Bonanza. But yeah, I mean, congrats to Slavin, honestly. The guy deserved it. He's a very quick defenseman. He's still very young. I mean, yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. If the Coyotes signed Dmitry Yashkin, it would have to be a 2-year, $1.8 million annual average value. I think this is a good signing for Yashkin because he played in the KHL for 2 seasons. So I kind of think like a 2-year opportunity will be good, and the money is good. So, Grant, what do you think? Am I right or?
I mean, yeah, the contract isn't awful, but I think we're forgetting that he was in the KHL for a reason. This guy was a second round pick and was a total flop. The only season he showed up was with the Blues in 2015-16, or rather 14-15, with 18 points. And that 18 points was in 54 games. This guy really is not that good. And the fact that the Coyotes were even contemplating about signing this guy, it's incredible. I mean, if you were going to sign him as like an AHLer, okay, but that contract, that mock contract, it seems like a legit NHL contract. And why would Arizona try to hurt their prospect pool and let them get less development in the NHL even more for a guy who's in the KHL for 2 years? Doesn't make sense to me. The only upside about this is that Yaskin is 28. Only upside. Other than that, he's not good.
Yeah, Father's Day. And also shout out to Chris Bork for liking this post.
Yes.
There he is.
You ain't even going to drop him a follow?
Oh.
The shade.
Well, Bruin, and you also put Chris Bork on your capital slander.
Yes, I did. He shall never see that.
Because I was like, this guy looks familiar.
But yeah, it was Chris Bork because, the Capitals kind of drafted him in the first round in 2010. Yeah, it wasn't the brightest decision in the world now, wasn't it?
Yeah, sure. All right. So, per reports on this upcoming free agency, the Boston Bruins are searching a top 4 defenseman and could possibly take a look at Coyotes defenseman Oliver Ekman-Larsson for a trade acquisition.
I mean, yeah, the Bruins have been interested in Oliver Ekman-Larsson for 2.5 years now. When are they going to make the trade? And to be honest with you, if they're going to trade for Oliver Ekman-Larsson, I'm afraid they're going to have to give up Matt Grzelcyk. And I wouldn't be comfortable doing that. I really wouldn't. The only Bruin defenseman I'd be okay with, other than the pylon known as Jeremy Lazone or hashtag buyout John Moore, is Brandon Carlo. And that's simply because Carlo has a talent. It's just simply because of his concussion history. I really think Carlo's going to retire in his late 20s, very early 30s with how many injuries he's getting. And again, I don't think Arizona wants to take a chance on Brandon Carlo due to his injury history already. And that, I feel like, is the only Bruin defenseman that I would personally give up for Ekman-Larsson. You can maybe get a blockbuster trade going. Like, if you're the Bruins, you could have Carlo, DeBrusk, and maybe Charlie Coyle, and you can go to Arizona and get Oliver Ekman-Larsson or Connor Grantland. That's a deal I would take. But the thing is, Arizona would not accept that. It may be adding like a second or third round pick too. But moral of the story is Arizona most likely does not accept that trade offer. And so what happens, you're still stuck with Jake DeBrusk, and you do not ultimately trade for Oliver Ekman-Larsson. So I'm going to say no. I know Vancouver's another team that's been interested for a while. Just another team I really don't see wanting to pay the price for Ekman-Larsson. Arizona just has to lower their standards. Like, if you're like, okay, if you give us a top 6 forward and a second or third round pick for Oliver Ekman-Larsson, we'll accept that trade. And that's what Arizona has to do if they're going to get this guy off their hands, because they're charging way too much for this guy who is honestly kind of nearing the end of his career.
Yeah. All right.
You want to say anything about that?
I would say it's a possibility.
Say it's a possibility. Yeah, he's 29 and he's coming off a down year. I don't think we want to trade for him.
the thing is, it has to depend value. That's the factor about the Aldrichman Larson trade. So
Absolutely.
another thing that we were about to point out earlier in the show, former Montreal Canadiens defenseman, the only thing I know about him, and Minnesota Wild assistant GM Tom Curvers, not Croovers, because of my horrible autocorrect, passed away at age 58 due to a 2-year battle with lung cancer.
Very unfortunate moment there. And let me tell you, he played on more teams than the Canadiens. Drafted by Montreal, then played with Buffalo, New Jersey, Toronto, Vancouver, Islanders, and Anaheim before eventually becoming the Wild assistant GM. And obviously, thoughts and prayers go out to him and his family as he passed away yesterday, actually. So, yeah, very sad stuff.
But yeah. Moving on. Nostalgia of the week, JT Brown.
Nostalgia of the week, part 2. Yes, JT Brown. I respect what this guy's doing. He knew that he was looking at the NHL rosters. He was saying, if I continue playing hockey, I think there's a possibility I sign with a KHL team. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to retire, and I'm going to become the Seattle Kraken color commentator. And obviously, we in the sports broadcasting business, of course, aspiring sports broadcasters, we automatically respect the we automatically respect the audacity that this guy has to join the announcing booth, really. And I think JT Brown's going to kill it, really. He's already working next to John Forsland. That's a great start. I mean, this guy's going to learn from one of the best play-by-play guys in hockey. He's going to get better. And again, just the Kraken, I like it. You know, they're keeping the young atmosphere with the young franchise. JT Brown, only 30 years old. So we'll see how he does, but I think he's going to do great.
Yeah. Now, this news, now we're going to today's news. The Edmonton Oilers are expecting to wear their navy blue jerseys as their main home jerseys for this upcoming year. So do you think this will happen?
Will it happen? Yes. Should it happen? I mean, listen, the jerseys look fine, but a lot of Oiler fans are griping. And I kind of see their point. These jerseys are a little bit dark. I remember actually commentating an Oilers game last year with them when they were wearing these jerseys. And honestly, yeah, the names on the back of the jersey are pretty tough to read. I ain't going to lie to you there. But overall, the jerseys look fine. Me personally, I like their orange jerseys, but I don't know. That's just my opinion. I would wish they would rather stick with the orange jerseys more often. These look all right. Again, not the best jersey in the world. Certainly not the worst. Definitely a decent home jersey, but Edmonton can, I guess, stay with their usual orange ones. Those ones look pretty good.
Yeah, like I said. Well, I didn't say it like I said, but anyway, I think they should use that for their home jerseys because I don't think that the orange is necessary as their main home jerseys. I think like everybody likes the royal blue look, but before Adidas came in, so I think like going back to blue will happen. So I say yeah.
Yeah.
All right, next topic. We already got that. I think this is our last topic. The Sedin twins will be the general manager advisory role for general manager Jim Benning.
This was smart. I hate to say that they're going to be Jim Benning's puppets, but they probably will be. But I will have optimism, and I'm going to say the Sedin twins do a good job, and they hopefully prevent future
Future glory.
Future glory, and just don't mess up contracts. Like, don't put Brock Besser on the trading block. Don't sign Louis Erickson. Don't let Alexander Edler retire with the whimper. You re-sign these guys. Bring back Corey Schneider. That would be fun. No, they're not going to do that, obviously. That would be hysterical if they did, but they no way they're going to do that with, obviously, Hopi and Demko. But, yeah, just a good job by Vancouver. At least bringing back some team legends back. That's good. But, again, are they going to be Jim Benning's puppet? I'm not sure.
And they can possibly win the Stanley Cup since they obviously have not won a Stanley Cup in their careers. Why not do it as like the front office?
I wonder why they didn't win a Stanley Cup in their career. I can't put my finger on it.
2011.
I don't know. I think it's something similar to what I did last Tuesday. Yeah.
All right. I think there's actually there's not.
Yeah, there's no more topics. Oh, actually, there is one more topic.
Oh my God! What is it? All right, let me guess.
This is a pretty minor transaction though, so it's really not the biggest end in the world that we didn't announce it earlier. But yeah, the Blue Jackets re-signed right winger Kevin Stenlund to a 1-year, $1.5 million deal. He had 10 points in 28 games. Again, just kind of your average fourth liner. He's going to be playing more with Columbus next year. So that was it. That was the most minor transaction in the world. But yeah, there you go. More news for you.
Yeah. All right. So we'll get to our free agents, 3 free agents, and then we can wrap up the live. I think that this is the quickest live.
This is going to be the quickest live. Yeah, we were running into some technical difficulties, so we do apologize. We started way off schedule, and then, shorter episode for today because, again, usually we do it on Wednesday, but we'll hopefully be back to Wednesday next week, so at least that's good.
And I just got my job, so pretty much.
Yes.
So anyway, let's move on. Let's start out with Devin Dubnyk. Colorado Avalanche goaltender, but he was signed with the Minnesota or the Coyotes, I believe. I don't know. $4.333 million deal. 35-year-old goaltender. Will he resign with Colorado? Yes or no?
He's 35. I didn't even know he was 35. Well, first and foremost, there ain't no chance he resigns with Colorado now that Pavel Francouz is going to be healthy next year. No way he resigns with Colorado. And honestly, if he's going to sign somewhere, he's probably going to be the backup. And to where I am not sure, I'm thinking, oh my goodness, maybe. I gotta think about Devin Dubnyk, really. I want to say retirement, but it could honestly be a retirement.
I'm going for Carolina.
Going Carolina? I don't think there's a hope in heck he signs with Carolina. I think if he's going to sign somewhere,
it should be a cup contending team.
It's going to be Calgary. If Dubnyk's signing anywhere, it's going to be Calgary. So there goes the cup contender philosophy.
Mm-hmm. All right, next one we'll go with Ian Cole, 32-year-old defenseman. I was about to say Eric Cole, but I don't know.
Eric Cole, the future nostalgia of the week right there.
Oh, let's hope. 32-year-old defenseman, $4.25 million per year. Am I doing this? Yeah, $4.25 million per year. Will he re-sign with Minnesota, yes or no?
Well, first off, he's overpaid, and secondly, he got traded for a bag of pucks earlier in the year, so I'm going to say he does not re-sign with the Wild. And honestly, this guy could probably be going to the KHL. Again, unless a young team like Detroit wants to sign him to a 1-year deal, see what he's made of, then maybe. But unless he's going to a bottom feeder, he's going to the European League for sure.
Or maybe be like in the AHL deal.
Or AHL, yeah. You never know. He might sign a 2-way deal with someone.
I'm going to say he will re-sign with Minnesota.
I guess it would make sense. Because Wild are pretty short on defensemen. So if he does, yeah, expect a 1-year deal.
If he re-signs with Minnesota, then I would say a 2-year deal. And then he's pretty much going to retire.
Yeah.
One more. Antti Ranta. The man who went nuts last season, 2019-20 season, but unfortunately got injured when Taylor Hall came in. But at least he had a good playoffs last year, I'll say that.
He did.
But he stunk again this year with a 3.36 goals against average with a .905 save percentage. Will he resign with Arizona or he's going to go to Seattle? I'm going to guess he's going to get exposed to the Seattle Kraken.
He's probably going to get exposed to the Seattle Kraken, and Seattle should definitely pick him up as at least a backup, if not a starter. So I'll say, yeah, Antti Ranta gets claimed by the Kraken in the expansion draft. Why not? It would make sense, too, try to revive his career. I mean, look at it this way. Fleury's career was done until the Knights picked him up. You could have another revival of the career going on. Why not? I mean, I love Antti Ranta. He's everyone's second favorite Ant. If you get the reference, you get the reference. If you don't, that's okay. But, yeah.
And he also won a Stanley Cup. Did he?
Did he? No.
2015, he was with Chicago.
Oh, my God. Yeah, he was with the Blackhawks. Oh, yeah. He did as a backup. Corey Crawford carried him to a ring. He's the equivalent of Tuukka Rask being carried by Tim Thomas.
I was about to say, like, was it Scott Darling or Ken Simpson? I don't know.
Not Ken Simpson. Scott Darling. Oh, my God. Remember the Panthers were going to sign Scott Darling at the beginning of the season? Well, what happened to that story?
He didn't even play.
No, he didn't. They were signing him up to a professional tryout, and we were like, "Oh, Scott Darling, he's gonna be, he's gonna be good." He was one of our first nostalgias of the week. We were trying to over pump him up, and then he failed his tryout, I think, and he's never to be heard from. And it's like, well, he vanished off the map in 2 years. He was good with Chicago. He was decent with Carolina, and off he went.
Dustin Tokarski was our first nostalgia of the week, so.
Oh, we also had Dustin Tokarski, but at least Tokarski played.
Yeah, thank God.
He sucked, but he played.
Oh, my God. All right.
Andrew Hammond, hey, he's on the Wild. He didn't get to play this year. Sad.
That's sad. All right, buddy. That's going to wrap up for Season 3, Episode 9 of the Powerskateshow podcast. Tune in to Season 3, Episode 10, which that will definitely be live, so that's pretty much a good start. Thank God that I do not have work on that day, so that's even better. Do you guys want to follow our personal social media accounts? Links will be in the description below. Do you guys want to follow the Powerskateshow for news updates when we go live and when's our next YouTube video coming out, or if it's any topics or wherever, I'll be the one taking over and all that good stuff. Links will be in the description below. I recently posted a YouTube video last night. I did not put my YouTube channel in my description, but I will do that. Do you guys want to follow Grant on social media with Twitter, Instagram, YouTube? Links will be in the description below. Tune in to Flips of Sports Zone on Sunday, every Sunday, for his own Flips of Sports Zone live, I should say.
Yeah. I might be doing live coverage of the Red Sox Yankees on Sunday night, so make sure you go stay tuned for that. That should hopefully be a great game.
Yeah. All right. Anything you would like to say before we head off?
No. Hope you guys enjoyed another edition. Again, shortest power skate ever. Brings a tear to my eye, but don't worry. We'll be back with your regular hour show next week. Don't worry about that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll definitely take care of everything right on time. It's good that we got the show out of the way. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and tell all your friends that we will get back on a normal schedule next week.
Yes, sir.
And you guys have a good night.